So we definitely need to have her come on here as well. Shout out to Carlos Ramirez. Shout out to Erica, who's logged in as well. Congratulations on the twins. We just had a great conversation on your kiddos as well. And it's been a lot going on right now. I hate to talk about some sad news, but it's the world that we live in. I want to get your guys' advice on what's going on right now in America. And we had another deadly shooting.
Crazy, man.
And what was it? Where was it at? Was it Memphis? Was it Tennessee? Somewhere like that. Yeah, so basically what happened today was there was a 28-year-old woman who walks into I believe a private school, and for whatever reason starts shooting at teachers and students. There's 7 people who have been said that they've died, as well as the actual shooter, who's
a school officer on that.
Yeah. So there's a lot going on right now with America. It's a sad world that we live in, where you can't even drop your kids off, and know that they may not make it back home.
That just sent goosebumps.
It's sad. I can't even say it because it's trembling. I have kids myself, and the fact that you don't even know when the last time is going to see them when they get out of that car. So, our prayers.
That was never a thought.
Never. That never crossed our minds. So prayers for the families, for them, and everything like that. Shout out to George Soto, who's in the house. Shout out to Mr. Albert Trevino, who's logged in Ya Tu Sabes Radio. So guys, there's some on the flip side of it, there was some funny news that I heard this weekend. So this reporter is in New Jersey. And he's out in the field. He's doing interviews with live people out there. And so he was asking everybody, would you have a dinner with Soulja Boy, or would you take $250 in food stamps? So they were asking all the girls in the streets, and all the girls answered $250 for the food stamps.
Soulja Boy got the businesses going.
He might give you more than $250.
Right. I mean,
hey, real quick though, I want to shout out our techs, George Soto, Jr., one of our new techs, Miguel Ramiro Soto. Yeah. Man, without them, they're good helpers and techs. They go above and beyond for us. But shout out to them, man.
Absolutely. Shout out to Miss Irene Vega, who just logged in. Man, y'all follow her on Instagram and also on Facebook. She's putting out new music all the time. And Irene, this is your year. You're going to come on. I don't care if you're shy or not. We may need to put a cover over you and still do the interview. And look, just put 2 little holes around her eyes and make it look like she's from like a Scooby-Doo character. That she's a ghost. There you go. So we're going to have Irene on this show. I'm going to go ahead and speak that into existence as well. And guys, if it's your first time listening, Ya Tu Sabes Radio is catered to entrepreneurs, business owners, artists, comedians, actors, anybody doing anything in the DFW area. I'll give you this opportunity to come on and use the platform to give yourself more exposure, more visibility, and everything like that. We have a lot of fun up here, and it's all about getting the people to know who you are and what you're doing. So real quick, guys, we're going to take a quick break with Ya Tu Sabes Radio. When we come back, we're going to talk to Rafa, we're going to talk to Tony, we're going to find out who they are, what they've been doing, and how they're changing the game here in the DFW area. So y'all stay tuned. Y'all give out, if y'all need any shout outs, throw them on the live. We'll be right back. Make sure to share the video. Shout out to Mr. Kyle Owens representing. We'll be right back with Ya Tu Sabes.
This is Eddie and Maria, owners of the Pinche Smokers Tex-Mex Barbecue.
If you're looking for some good finger-licking barbecue, come check us out.
We are located in the Oak Cliff area. We also offer catering for weddings, quinces, and any other type of occasions. You can contact us at 214-579-0570.
You can find us on social media at Pinche Smokers Tex-Mex Barbecue LLC on Instagram, Facebook, and Snapchat.
Come check us out, the best barbecue in the DFW.
What's up, French? It's your boy, Ya Tu Sabes. What you think about the radio show?
Hello?
Hey, honey, are you almost home? I'm ready for date night.
Oh, that's right. That's tonight. Yeah. No, I just clocked out, and I'm getting in the car, and I'm headed home right now. Where do you want to go tonight?
Really? You probably forgot.
No way. I've been looking forward to date night all week. Where do you want to go eat?
Some place that has really good tacos.
But I was hoping we could have a drink afterward. Maybe even listen to some Tejano music.
Drinks and Tejano music sounds good, but the food better be on point. so don't it up like you did last week.
And that's why we're going to the Tejano Sports Bar y Cocina in Oak Cliff. They're now open 7 days a week from 7 a.m. to midnight. And they feature all-day happy hour from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. If you haven't been, you've got to check it out. It's the all-new Tejano Sports Bar y Cocina, located at 119 West Jefferson in Oak Cliff. And they feature great homemade Mexican and American food, from tacos y burritos to wings and burgers. Not to mention, it's a great place to watch your favorite games on the big screen, or just come kick back and have a drink. Give them a call at 214-352-3333. It's by Tejanos for Tejanos. Tejano Sports Bar y Cocina.
And that's what I'm talking about.
Hey DFW, it's Luna and Nika, owners of Real Dallas Properties and Management, here to serve all your real estate needs. Nika, tell them what we do.
So we're a Dallas-based boutique real estate brokerage, and we're full service, which means we can help with every and any type of real estate transaction.
That's right, we got your back at every stage of life.
Whether you need an apartment, a home rental, to buying your first home, selling that home, buying investments, to even property management.
And don't forget commercial, looking for a new space for your business? We got you on that too. You can reach us on Instagram at Real Dallas Properties, or shop all properties on the market at RealDallasProperties.com.
Yo, 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 what's up? This your boy YF Dizzy from the Red Pill Experience. And if you want to laugh and have a good time, then you are at the right location. This is Ya Tu Sabes.
It's the one, it's the only, Ya Tu Sabes. Bring 'em out, hey. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Ya Tu Sabes. We are back from break. Again, this is our first show of 2023, and I'm glad to be back, man. It's been a 3-month trial that we've been off building this studio, and I'm very excited to be able to be here. We're located at 8500 North Stemmons Freeway. If you don't know where that's at, fellas, can you tell them what the landmark is that's right next to us?
Everybody's been there. Everybody's uncle's been there.
That's right.
Y'all know what the seats smell like.
It's 3 letters.
Club Ecstasy.
XTC.
Hey.
Right, Ecstasy. We're right next to Ecstasy. I know where. Y'all know exactly where that's at. It's right off of Dirty 5. I mean,
35.
35.
Yeah.
Sucia's in there. Guys, it's just somebody asked me to go there, and I'm like, guys, that's somebody's granddaughter that's in there. You know,
Support small.
Right. I mean, I'm not trying to pay for people's colleges, you know, but it turns my stomach just thinking about it, you know.
The wings are good there, though.
Right. I mean, I can't stand about that $5 steak.
Hey, hold on.
How you doing? Shout out to Felipe, who's logged in right now to Ya Tu Sabes Radio. Shout out to Mandy from Midlothian. Shout out to Mark, who just did a tattoo on Michael Irvin. That was pretty badass as well. Shout out to Nancy and Art. Shout out to Miss Cece, who's out there as well. We got Miss Destiny Davila with Pickle Remix. Her and her family are doing it big. Shout out to David Rodriguez right now. I think he's out on the beach right now. Man, son of a beach. My guy's looking real good, but somebody give that guy some sunblock. Shout out to Drew's Barbecue. Shout out to, like I said, Avid Rock with Nancy and Art. Shout out to We Revive Electronics. You are in the house. Shout out to Miss Estrella Cantu as well, man. We got a full house. Everybody who's listening to Ya Tu Sabes Radio, man. We're doing it big.
Guys.
You know, y'all listening to the #1 show in DFW.
That's right.
And what is it called? Ya Tu Sabes.
Yeah.
Hey man, congrats to you, bro. For real.
Thank you.
I seen you from day one since I met you, bro.
Thank you. It's been one of those things that I had a vision to do this, 4 years ago, and I will say for any entrepreneur that's out there, you got to be patient.
Yeah, patience is key.
That's one thing that God did not bless me with is patience. But lately, right, because we live in a society where we want everything now.
Exactly, right now.
We want it right now. Exactly. So, I will say for anybody who's out there listening, who is a young entrepreneur, shout out to everybody who's a first-time entrepreneur. The best advice that I can give you, and we'll get your advices later on as well, is that, really not to give up. And my biggest thing that I preach to people that you need to have in life is one word, and that word is consistency. If you're not even consistent with brushing your teeth every day, this entrepreneurship is not for you. If you're not consistent in anything that you do in life, you can't build a business off inconsistency. Because it's not going to be easy. It's going to be a rough road. You're going to have ups and downs. You're going to have hiccups, and you just got to be able to you know, one thing as me as an entrepreneur, I've tried to learn to become a problem solver.
Yes.
You know, you can complain about this or that and say why it's just all against you, or you can sit there and start creating opportunities and solution to your problems.
Sure.
You know, and so if you want it to last, you got to put in the grind. You got to be able to stick with it and hustle, absolutely, and do all that as well. Shout out to, like I said, Avid Rock for Art Luna. If you guys, when you come to the studio, did a great rap for me.
Logo.
That's out there. I appreciate that. Shout out to Ben Delgado.
Hey, Ben in the house.
Right, I got that
hey,
last
Ben
name.
Delgado.
Shout out
Let's
to
go.
Lola, who's in the house as well with the Honda Radio. Miss Roxy Castillo, who's logged in. Shout out to Mr. Steven Trevino. The man just got engaged recently.
Congratulations, man.
Well, let's not congratulate. You know, I'm
Engaged.
just. That is true. You know, he's not married
kidding,
yet.
bro.
You know, I try to be friendly sometimes to help my friends and say, is this really what you really want? You know, no, I'm just kidding. He's got a great fiance and Carrie. The guys make a beautiful couple, and they both just look super happy. So I'm very excited, and of course I'm making that a big deal because I want an invitation to the wedding.
Yeah, that's how I felt when I was signing over for my house. I
Yeah.
was like, hey, are you sure you want to be here for 30 years?
Yeah,
Yeah,
You're
give me that.
well,
That's commitment.
you're right. You know, let me sleep on it.
Yeah.
You know, and stuff like that. But congrats, guys, to you guys. You know, and Tony, I'm gonna start with you.
Sir, man, come on.
Tell me a little bit about your story, about who you are, and how, you know, everything about where you are and how this all came about for you.
Yeah, man. So I'm originally from Dallas, Texas. I was there at a young age. I moved to Irving, maybe like 3 to 4 years, as I can remember. And then I've been in Grand Prairie basically my whole life for 20 plus years now. But yeah, man. So I'm the founder of Cozy. Cozy kind of came from just back when we were in high school, man. Just being cozy, chilling.
Yeah.
You know, having fun, time of our lives. Just, you know, not caring about nothing.
Yeah.
You know, the world was easier back then for sure. And then it kind of just became like a little motto for us. And then one of my boys passed away. Shout out to Vicente Hernandez and his whole family.
Yes.
Then we started a car club, Cozy Boys. Shout out to all my boys. And then from that, it kind of just became, like I said, a motto of just cozy. And then, but yeah, man, I've been doing some low voltage data work for about 8 years now. And halfway through that, I moved into my first apartment in 2018 with my fiance. Shout out to her and my beautiful baby boy Kai. And I needed to mount my TV in my house.
Yeah.
I mean, in my apartment, and I was a do it myself type of guy. You know what I'm saying? So I tried it out, and one of my girl's cousin's fiance Ben, he asked me to do his. And then from there, it kind of just became a thing where I was like, man, like I can just do this as a side hustle. This is good. This is good money. I didn't know what to charge. I didn't know anything about the game. I followed a couple of people once I started getting into it. You know, kind of just bounced off game from them. You know, shout out to the guys that do it. You know what I'm saying, for very long, and just, you know, kind of made me become who I am today as the owner of this company, one of the owners of this company. And yeah, man, that's pretty much it, how everything started.
I love it, man, and I want to say congratulations to you as well. So, guys, this is the backstory on me and Tony. I have a really good friend of mine that I've known for many, many years. His name is Greg Soto, and so I went to Greg's house one day, and you know, it was so casual. Greg was like, "Come and watch the football game, you know, this Sunday." I said, "All right, sounds good." It was any other invitation, and I walk into Greg's house, and the man has like 6 or 7 TVs. It looks like I'm just like in a
sports bar.
Yeah, sports bar. I thought it was in knockouts for a minute, right? And so I said, "Man, who did this?" And he was like, "You know, Tony," and this and that. So, you know, from there, the other side of the story is that I've been trying to get Tony in here since probably 2019 or 20 when I first started. And I say that to a lot of people because I've invited a lot of people to come on the show, and they have their reasons for not wanting to come on, and all those reasons are valid. But Tony would tell you I'm very persistent. So every time he came in to install one of my TVs, I'm like, "We got to get you on. We got to get you on." He's like, "I'm gonna do it.
It's been a long time coming.
I'm gonna do it." So, you know, I say that because there's timing and everything.
For sure.
And when it's your time, it's your time. The universe will make it happen. But I've always been fans of you guys. I've always been a big supporter in you guys because you are an entrepreneur. But not only that, you guys are honest. You guys are genuine. You guys are all about doing above and beyond for your customers. And that's what I back myself on. Right before we got on the show, we were talking about how I recently referred a girl. Her name, she goes by Dallas Boss Babe on Facebook. And, she took my word on it. She called you guys. You went over there and installed how many TVs?
3 TVs.
3 TVs. She left a comment the other day when she heard that you guys
man,
were
that was
coming
awesome.
on.
I seen that.
And there's always good feedback from you guys. And so this is the thing. I don't want to say that anybody can hang up a TV, but anybody can hang up a TV. But whether it holds up for a couple months or not, I've been to some people's houses, and that TV is leaning like a cholo.
Yeah. Hey man, you want to hear a funny story?
Go ahead, tell me.
Yeah, this story has never been told to only a select few.
Uh-oh. You heard it here first.
But it's crazy, man, because everybody always asks me, have you ever had put a TV up that fell?
Yeah.
I'm like, never. Obviously, right? Since we started this, we obviously never had that incident.
Yeah.
But I tell, like I said, a select few that the first TV that fell off the wall was at my own apartment. Back in 2019, my first TV mount was my TV in my apartment. So my lady comes home from work and she opens the door and the TV is just halfway hung off the wall. It's still on the wall, but it's just leaning.
The sheetrock and everything.
And she's like, she stepped back a little bit and, she obviously called me or whatever. She's like, TV's off. She's thinking somebody broke in.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And I don't blame her. And then I'm over here like, what? I'm denying it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, somebody had to do something.
The maintenance man.
Then she texts, I'm at work. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, this is way back in the first days, so wasn't a thing yet. This is just my TV. She told me she's gonna text. This is her. My fiance is her sister, sister.
Yeah, it's my
Your
sister.
sister is
my
okay.
sister.
Yeah,
so that's your brother-in-law.
This is how we met. This is basically my brother-in-law. You know what I'm saying?
Greg, or my uncle.
Yeah, we've been together for about 10 years plus now. So I've been knowing him about maybe
about 5.
you know how it is, bigger brother. But
yeah.
so she comes in. She tells me that I'm at work. She's gonna text her brother and her uncle to come over and help her with it. I'm like, this is just so embarrassing. I'm like, man, don't do that. I'll get home and I'll take care of it. But my thing was, I knew it was supposed to be on a stud. I put it on one stud.
Yeah. Right.
But for a whole year, it was good on the wall. Yeah. It was a swivel mount. For people that don't know, it pulls out. Yeah. It turns left and right. The whole time we had it turned to our kitchen table. Right. Like I said, for fully a whole year. Yeah. Fully extended though. But it was off of one stud. I guess somebody had to slam a door or something that just gave it that little push, and that's what happened, man. First time.
You've always had a problem with pulling out the TV. Yeah. And so I guess when you tilted it too far, it just you were off your wood was off.
Yeah. But hey, man, you gotta learn from your mistakes. Yeah. I'm glad and blessed that it was my own TV though. For sure.
No, definitely.
Dude, I'm over there eating my Maruchan cup like this food on them.
Yeah, right.
And obviously he texts me like, you suck and all this. I'm like, man.
But that's good. That's good. You need constructive criticism.
Absolutely.
Nah, for sure, man.
Shout out to Maria Ramos. Her and my boy Greg are in Vegas right now, doing their big thing. Man,
every other week they're
must be nice. Boy, they got unlimited PTO.
Man,
I told her today. I said, "Who's watching the kids?" Poor Marlo's at the house feeding herself, eating Uber Eats every day. Imagine that. Shout out to Nancy Cortez. Shout out to Pancho Javier Lopez. Shout out to the man Brian Rutledge. I seen you recently went to Canada. Man, I'd like to see those pictures. Those were really nice. Shout out to Hector Alba. Shout out to Val Ramos. That's my girl. How you doing, Luis? How you doing? Miss Cindy Martinez. We're gonna make it where you come up here as well. My man A.D. Bonner, one of the best saxophone players out there. If you're looking for a saxophone player, this man is great. Make sure to hit him up. Follow him on Facebook and Instagram, and rent him out for any event that you may be having as well. Alejandro, what's going on? My daughter Soraya, my granddaughter Camila. Shout out to Dulce Pecado Delights. Thank you for donating the cake. excuse me, it was really, really good. The cow.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. We definitely got to get you some more customers and keep doing your thing. You're very good at what you're doing. But, quick, before we take a break, I do want to touch on a few things that I wanted to kind of get some statistics about, and this is kind of a little bit, off topic, but I wanted to kind of give the audience a little something for everyone who's listening that for your man or woman, you want to really pay attention to this. So these are the top 10 jobs that are most likely for men or women for them to cheat on you depending on where they work at. So I just want to share this with everybody. So again, top 10 jobs that your man or woman are most likely to cheat on based on the occupation that they're living on, all right? The first one, excuse me, is DJs. Ooh, what y'all think about that?
Hey, a little bit of my background.
DJ has to be single.
DJ for Bar El Michoacano.
Man.
No, but that was before.
So DJs. The second one is if you work in call centers.
Ooh, worst place.
And I will say that because everyone who works, let's say I used to work in one,
Greg.
and I definitely had a work wife.
Yeah.
Do you know what a work wife is?
For sure.
This is a work wife.
I mean, no.
A work wife is, Tony, you're married. You come home and your wife makes you dinner, right?
Yeah.
And every night she makes dinner, there's always leftovers, right?
Yeah.
Let's just say those leftovers, she's not eating them the next day. She's giving them to her work husband at work.
Man, don't say that.
Let me just throw y'all some free tips out there. So, fellas, if you're listening, your wife takes leftovers every day, I promise you, she's not eating them. She's giving them to her work husband.
Definitely not.
I just want to throw y'all some tips out there. Y'all need to learn. The next one is cops.
Yeah, what we saw with Miss Hall, right?
Wow.
No names.
I mean, that girl.
Six deep. She's 6 deep.
The cops ran a train on her.
Yeah. Oh, damn.
Choo choo.
That's a crazy story.
Boy. And then she was married too and everything. That girl.
I saw a thing today where it was like she blamed it on the cops, on the sergeant.
She tried to reverse the. Yeah.
They took advantage. Nah, but
Man.
arriba del toro, like,
Yeah.
Hey, hold on.
I always say the best way to get over somebody is to get under somebody.
Oh.
Remember that.
Yeah.
Let me say that one more time. The best way to get over someone is to get under someone. You're welcome, Victor. That's for you, buddy. Shout out to Laura, who's logged in. Shout out to Firmino, who's logged into Ya Tu Sabes Radio. Jonathan Gonzalez. Shout out to Marquette, logged in as well. So we're talking about the top 10 jobs and occupations that your man or woman or husband are most likely to cheat on. We've said DJs. We've said call centers. We've said cops. Warehouse workers.
That's bad, too.
It is.
I used to work a lot of warehouse jobs.
Amazon. I see the TikToks.
Amazon. Oh, so they're delivering more than packages.
They're giving the packets, yeah.
I bet they are. Next one is bartenders.
Oh, man, what?
They come across.
That should be higher.
That should be higher.
That should be number one.
Yeah. Should be number one.
They live off
the next one is truck drivers.
Man.
Let's just say they're hauling more than what they're needing to do on those long runs.
Facts.
Shout out to my sister Monica. How you doing? Shout out to Melissa Cantu. The next one, our top cheaters are construction workers.
Hold on right there.
Construction workers.
Technically, yeah.
I mean,
I'm okay with where
let's just say.
I'm okay with where that's at on the list.
Man,
I'm okay with that on the list.
I mean, all I'm saying, I see the way y'all drill that concrete. Y'all do some drilling. How you doing? The next one is if you're in the medical field.
Oh, hey, hold on. I know somebody that's there.
Why is it that whenever I say each individual, you start thinking of individuals of who works there?
Hey, hold on.
You're like, perra desgraciada. Sucia. Now, I didn't want to go out there, but I'm gonna say one of the ones that came up on the list of the top 10 cheaters are TV mount installers.
Oh, hey,
man! I mean,
we could change the subject.
Hey, I didn't make the list. You know what I'm saying? But let's just say you guys are mounting more than TV sometimes. Woo!
Oh, dude,
boy, that's terrible. And the very last one of the top 10 occupations that are most likely to cheat on you, on your husband or your wife, are the unemployed.
Oh, so we made number 9.
I know a couple of those.
Man, you ain't got no job, but you steady in everybody's bed. Man,
how y'all do it?
I don't know.
how y'all do it.
I mean, they riding around like Jody.
Let's check that list. Is Podcaster on it?
No, you know what? Podcaster didn't make the list. You know, and very well because we're very faithful people.
Yeah.
And it just turns my stomach just thinking about it and reading over this list. It's just, we're gonna have to throw some holy water on you guys before the end of the day. But
we got
listen,
blessed this past weekend. So.
already. So listen, guys, we're gonna take a quick break with Yatu Savage Radio. We're gonna hit y'all with some commercials, and then we'll be right back, and we're gonna hear El Fomo's story and find out who he is and what he's doing. If you got any shout outs, definitely drop them before I go on break. Shout out to El Fonsi, shout out to Erica, shout out to Mandy Lucio representing the Midlothian. I appreciate everybody who's sharing the thing today. Again, it's 2023. We're back on Yatu Savage Radio. We're here at 8500 North Stemmons Freeway at the new studio here in Dallas, Texas, right next to Ecstasy. And we'll see you right back. We'll be right back. Yatu Savage Radio.
That's right.
You're listening to Yatu Savage Radio.
It's your boy Joe Torre and bloop, bloop, bloop. I'm going deep in the fishbowl with Yatu Savage. Because that's what it is. And you know what it is. Locked in deep, baby. Joe Torre. Let's go!
It's your boy Yatu Savage, and I'm here with
Caesar, founder of Loquito Coquito.
Are you looking to create a crazy night with family and friends? Then make sure that you pick up some Loquito Coquito made of natural fruits and other ingredients and get loco with Loquito Coquito. Have you been looking for a job and keep hitting a dead end? Then come see Alliance Personnel Agency as they have their grand opening on October 21st from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. where they're located at 2629 North Stemmons Freeway, Suite 102, Dallas, Texas 75207. Jobs that they're looking to fill include forklift drivers, machine operators, clamp drivers, pickers, packers, scanners, window assemblers, shipping and receiving, general labor, and much more. Again, join Alliance Personnel Agency for their grand opening on October 21st from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. located at 2629 North Stemmons Freeway, Suite 102, Dallas, Texas 75207. Call them today at 972-942-5551. We'll see you then.
Hey DFW, it's Luna and Nika, owners of Real Dallas Properties and Management, here to serve all your real estate needs. Nika, tell them what we do.
So we're a Dallas-based boutique real estate brokerage, and we're full service, which means we can help with every and any type of real estate transaction.
That's right, we got your back at every stage of life.
Whether you need an apartment, a home rental, to buying your first home, selling that home, buying investments, to even property management.
And don't forget commercial, looking for a new space for your business? We got you on that too. You can reach us on Instagram at Real Dallas Properties or shop all properties on the market at RealDallasProperties.com.
It's the one, it's the only Yatu Savage. Bring 'em out, hey. Bring 'em out, Bring 'em out.
What's up, everybody? We're back on Yatu Savage Radio. Shout out to Callie, who's logged in. Shout out to my boy Chris No, who also recently got engaged. Congratulations to you. Shout out to Mr. Johnny Barra. Shout out to David's Details.
Hey, David Details.
Man,
that's my guy.
I haven't met him personally, but I've been helping him throw some leads, and hopefully some of them are getting good. But
good guy, bro.
He's running a great promotion. I'm not sure if it's still going on, but I'm gonna throw it out there anyways. He's doing some deep cleaning on the inside of your cars for like $100. And when I say that's a great deal, I mean, these normally cost up to $400. So definitely hit him up, follow him on social media, and find out what his prices are. He is a mobile detailer, and I'm looking forward on having David on my show as well, so we can let people know who he is and what he's doing as well. Shout out to Melissa Dominguez, who's logged into Yatu Savage Radio. Again, guys, this is my return back from 3 months of not being on the radio. I built my own studio here in Dallas, Texas at 8500 North Stemmons Freeway. And a couple things that are different this year. Obviously, I'll be having my shows, but more importantly, one thing that I have not spoken about is that if you are looking to have your own podcast, you're able to come in here. We're able to give you photography. We're able to get you commercials. We're able to get you your own time spot where you're able to come in here and record your own podcast and let people know whoever you are and what you're doing, and whether it's sports, whether it's politics, whether it's ministry, whatever it may be, whether you're an author, you're a nurse, you're a doctor, and you want to come on here and let people know who you are and what you're doing, and you want to be able to have a 1 hour or 2 hour show, come rent the podcast. Just DM me. You can call me as well at 214-562-7755. Also, shout out to my boy Addison Antunes, who's got a new company called Hermanos as well. He's helping a lot of people be able to get certified, whether it's in medical field and the welding business as well. And we'll have to have him come on Ya Tu Sabes Radio to let people know how much he's helping the community as well and doing that. Shout out to Tony Cheese. Shout out to Love AG, Diamonds World, who's logged into Ya Tu Sabes Radio. And again, guys, it's 2023. I encourage everybody to go after your dreams, go after your goals, and do everything that you want to do. I'm a big believer of that you only live once. We're only here temporarily. All of us here, I'm sure, have lost somebody, and not only just lost somebody, but lost somebody at a young age.
That's right.
You know, we're not, unfortunately, in a situation, I don't believe, where we're all guaranteed to be grandparents or be old anymore. You know, we take that for granted, but, you know, I'm a big believer that you got to do what you want to do while you're here on Earth, and, you know, you got to take risk. You know, and before we talk to El Fomo, we're going to, you know, he wanted to touch on kind of the school shooting that happened, but we're going to talk about risk with you and about, you know, the kind of risk that you had to take in order to jump on with the business, and whether that was something you wanted to even do. But again, guys, it was a school shooting that happened today. We want to pray prayers specifically for the families and everyone that is involved with that. I mean, one thing that I would just encourage you, if you own guns and you have guns, keep them away from your children. Keep other people away from being able to know what they're, being able to get them. Know where your kids are and what they're doing. I mean, I can't express that. When we have internet, you can track your kids on your phones. You can track them on their cars. You can do everything. The technology is there to track your kids and what they're doing. And we got to step up as parents. Not that these parents aren't good or know what's going on, but we live in a society where kids are killing kids and they're killing adults, and they're getting these assault rifles and going to schools. And matter of fact, it happened in our hometown, Lamar High School, just last week.
Yeah, that's right. The most recent one.
Yeah, and also at Thomas Jefferson in Dallas. So we've had two close school shootings where kids died at both of the incidents, and it's senseless. You know, no one is fighting, no one's doing anything. But what do you want to talk about, Rafael, as far as the school shootings goes?
Just getting on that topic, you know, it's one of those topics nobody really wants to talk about. But I happen to click on one of your podcasts, and the first thing that came out was Uvalde. Now that was a couple of months ago, and it just made me really think as a parent, like, do I feel safe with my children just going to school? They didn't go to school the next day right after that shooting.
Correct.
And I'm not a political guy, but just throwing it out there, David Espinoza, he is running for City Council, Grand Prairie ISD. He's a school board member of GPISD, and I am going to vote for this man just because he's from the neighborhood. We've been knowing him all our lives, and now he's one of the ones that made it out there, and he's doing big moves as far as with the city. But again, he is one of the guys that is trying to support the funding for school security, and just make sure if you are out there in Grand Prairie ISD, Grand Prairie, just go out there and vote. Just look into David Espinoza, just give him a shot. Go over his resume. Yep. He is a Dallas County constable at the moment, so he's a solid stand-up guy, and he believes in protecting our children.
Absolutely, and that's a great note. I mean, it's getting to the point where we definitely need the extra protection, no matter where it's at. Shout out to Miss Hilda Ramirez, who's logged into Ya Tu Sabes Radio. She's doing a lot in the community. Thank you for everything that you're doing. Shout out to Barbara Alcaraz as well, who's logged in. Shout out to S-Hop, Dijas. Shout out to Julia, who's logged in. Shout out to Miss Jennifer Roney, represents, I believe, Cedar Hill. Shout out to Miss Mary. How you doing, Miss Mary? Representing Gomez Tax, Reliable Tax Services. I love going out there. Shout out to Janet as well. Shout out to La Chaparita, who's logged into Yatu Savage Radio. Thank you to everybody who's logged in. This has been one of my dreams, is to own my own studio, to be able to come back and give people the opportunity to let others know who they are, what they're doing. And again, thank you to Tony. Thank you to Rafael for being on my first show today.
Yes, sir.
I thank you. It's been a long time coming. Thank you to my man Fernie over here for always doing his thing over here on the board op and everything like that. We got a newcomer who's going to be doing my board op. You'll see a lot more of him as well, who's behind the scenes, but you'll get to meet him shortly and let others know who he is and everything like that. Great guy as well. Shout out to Mari, who just logged into Yatu Savage Radio.
Mari.
So, Rafa, I want to ask you, tell me your story about how you got connected with Cozy Installs. Obviously, you were one of the cozy guys on the couch.
Oh, that's right.
Right? and talk about, who you are and how this all came apart with you and Tony.
Well, let me bring it all the way back. Just give everybody a little insight of where I'm from and my roots. So my family originally from Michoacan, from Huetamo to Caracuaro to El Tepehuaje. So I always seen it as we were mountain men, so we were the guys in the mountains.
Yeah, that would explain the chest hair.
Yeah, that's right. Salsa, just drinking salsa.
That's right,
yeah. So I was born originally in Houston, Texas. At a young age, we moved out here to Grand Prairie, and I've been here for 20-something years also, and big shout out to everybody from Houston.
We got a lot of Houston listeners.
Hey, that's right.
I've had we don't want to talk about the cheaters, but
cheaters but winners.
Yeah, well,
cheaters always
we
win.
just talked about cheaters, and we just talked about how they were one of those TV mountain installers. So you and the Astros have a lot in common.
Hey, we win. We win. You want to win?
Quick. So you'll do anything to win at no cost.
Hey,
I like that.
I'll
You're
do
a winner.
Anything to get your TV done correctly.
I like that. I like that.
Shout out to Randy Dillahunty. He once said, I wouldn't hang anything that I wouldn't let my kids sleep under.
Right.
So he's like, so don't walk away unless you got a family member.
Now, funny story real quick. Tony came to my house and installed one of my TVs. And so I asked him, like any homeowner would be like, is it fall, right?
Yeah.
And so
crazy.
Tony goes, hold on. So literally Tony goes up, he climbs up the wall, hangs up on it, and starts hanging on it. And I'm like, yeah, I think it's pretty
done.
secure.
Yeah,
I don't think it's gonna fall.
Yeah, that's good.
It'll definitely hold 80 pounds.
130. But hey, if any TV's heavier than that, man.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's time to switch it out. Man.
It's a box TV.
Yeah, it's the 90s TV right there.
So you guys, where did the collaboration come in?
So just a little background again on myself. I got 11 years in the low voltage industry / construction, depending on how you want to see it. A lot of electricians call us pussy cablers. Or,
Really?
Yeah. We're the
scissor gang.
That's crazy because I think you're electrifying.
Hey.
You like that, Tony?
Oh yeah, that's good. Hey, well, we get paid way more than the Sparkies out there. Just low voltage. Let's go. But we. Again, the TV situation happened. One day we just sat down and collabed with my experience and with his combined. We had been doing this already for $13-14 an hour, and we're like, why aren't we making that money? Why are we being taken advantage of? Most companies charge about 50 to 60, depending up to 90 to 100 an hour per technician for the $15-16 we're getting. It wasn't fair. So I was like, hey man, we gotta fight the man a little bit, and try to get some of that money in our pockets,
I love it. So one question I have for you guys as well is, what obstacles have you guys ran into in owning your own business and really being out there? Because everyone always sees the good side. Everyone sees, they're making good money. They're doing 10 installs this week. And on the outside, they're looking at, man, they're doing it big. But from what I've seen with you guys as well, including myself, even you guys came inside my commercial building here and installed it. But you're going to run into obstacles or sometimes situations where you probably can't even install the TV.
I think the toughest thing is really balancing our work / life ratio. Sometimes I don't even see my kids sometimes, but it's part of the grind, man. It's part of the grind. Anybody out there that wants to be successful, just keep going at it. Just keep going at it. It's gonna get hard. Myself and Tony, we've already had a couple of heated moments, but
Oh,
it
and
smooths
I
over.
love it, man, because if it were anybody else, like, man, it wouldn't have worked out. Like I said, it's been a long time coming. I mean, me and him work too well together because we know each other. You know what I'm saying? We like you said, we get into heated arguments sometimes at a customer's house.
Oh, absolutely.
Agreeing to disagree. Yeah, discretionally, but
Right.
agreeing to disagree. You know, like it's we got to get the job done.
Yeah, some of those installs.
We can't. Yeah, but
difficult.
it's because it's so difficult, and we're trying to communicate with each other. It's not, but we got to get the job done. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people don't understand what actually comes with the job.
Yes.
Title. Like it takes a lot for. I mean, it's for somebody looking from the outside. It does look easy, right?
Yeah,
Anybody can do it. Anybody can mount a TV and do cameras, run cable, or whatever the case may be. But it's the
experience and the
details,
efficiency.
details that come with it, the procedures, the process. You know what I'm saying? The customer service is most important. You got to know how to talk to the customer. You're coming into a stranger's house most of the time.
Absolutely. That's the biggest thing is
you don't know who they don't know who you are. You're just
the fear of the unknown of what you're walking into.
Exactly.
Ooh, yeah.
They have their doubts. I mean, they know they're hiring a professional, but like I said, they don't know you.
They don't know you and you don't know them.
It's vice versa. So it's kind of like you gotta make them trust you. You know what I'm saying? You gotta make them feel welcome. You gotta
Make them feel comfortable.
Make them feel comfortable. Yeah, cozy. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I just love the word of mouth is very big. So I just love the word that has got out there from us, and I love the work that we do and how we talk to people and our customers, because it put us in a position of trust and comfortable, our customers being comfortable with us.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And just that word spreading out about us. It's just that's the biggest thing, man. It's important.
I love it. How many years have you guys been doing this now?
This is this past February is our 4th year.
Congratulations.
Yes,
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's good.
Hey, big ups.
Yeah.
And this past year, we work our 9 to 5s. A lot of people don't know this. We work our 9 to 5s. This is still a side hustle.
Correct.
4 years in, 3 years in, we decided to finally.
We need help.
This is getting big.
Yeah.
This is was supposed to be a side hustle, but it's becoming something else.
Because the demand.
Because of the demand, it's a very big demand. Honestly, everybody needs their TV mounted cameras at their house for security and data cables ran for their offices, whatever. This past year, we decided to LLC our company. Make it legit, get insurance, because we need that.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's important. And then just start more network. But yeah, 4 years in, man, it's crazy. It's been a long journey, a lot of learning, a lot of mistakes. It's still not easy. It's hard to keep the consistency, but it's the grind and hustle within us. That's why I'm saying it's so easy between us two, because me seeing from my point of view to him, he's a hustler, man. He has 4 girls.
That's right.
I mean, dude,
4 beautiful girls.
He's a hustler, dude. I mean, he grinds. He has to make it. You know what I'm saying? He can't. He knows nothing else.
Yeah.
Same as me. You know what I'm saying? I have one kid. I have one kid. One baby. And I mean, I'm a new parent.
Yeah.
But I've always been a hustler. I've always been about my money. I always had struggles. I always had to work for my money.
Absolutely.
I always had to work for what I have, for what I got. It's how you make it in life, man. Life's not easy. You gotta.
Absolutely, and I love that you say that, because nothing good is ever gonna come easy. If you want it, you can go get it. Deion Sanders said this great quote that said, he said, "I don't dream when I was asleep."
Yep.
He said, "I dream when I'm awake." And when I want something, I see it, I can tangibly touch it. I want to be able to know that I can do it. And he goes out there and makes it happen. And, entrepreneurship is not for everybody.
No, it's not, man.
Kudos to everybody who goes out there and at least just tries. Even if you fail, at least you tried. And kudos to everyone who keeps doing it, because it is a situation where, in the beginning, it is a paycheck to paycheck. And it is grinding to try to steal from Peter to pay Paul, right? And it's one of those things, though, that, if you guys have never seen the documentary with Kevin Hart, forgot the name of it, but it talks about him. It's a very good story, because he had a best friend that had a great career that he was going to be, I think, an artist or something. But he saw something in his friend Kevin, and he started touring with Kevin as he, in the very beginning, go to New York and everywhere else. And as he did that, his whole life changed. He was able to go on tour with Kevin. He was able to make money with Kevin and everything like that. And I say that because, you know, birds of a feather flock together.
Yep.
You know, and like they say, eagles soar, but if you hang around chickens, you'll never fly.
Yeah,
You know,
right.
and it's one of those things where, you know, you hang around millionaires, you become a millionaire.
That's right.
You know, and if you guys notice, a lot of us, our circle is all entrepreneurs. You know,
Big shout out to Gregorio Guadalupe Soto.
There you go.
Because without him, we
Hey, man,
wouldn't
for
have
sure.
had this.
Hey, shout out
networking
to
with
all
you
the people
guys.
that has inspired me. Shout out to Luis. He's a barber in Grand Prairie. He's off of Pioneer, by the McDonald's. Man,
One of our first,
He's
yeah,
one of our
customers.
first installs. One of our first customers,
Nice.
legitly. We put cameras at his shop. Man, he's every time I come into the shop, we talk shop, we talk business, we talk life. He just had his baby. Congrats to him.
Congrats.
But man, like, shout out to the circle. Like, you know what I'm saying? Your circle is who's important.
Yeah.
Like, to keep around. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Rafael, how does it make you feel when you have repeat customers? Like
You-
the customer, same customer, different things.
It goes great for both of us, just because we've already met each other. They know what we're gonna do, and once we have a repeat customer, we already know how they are. We'll charge less.
Yeah.
You know, every time it's a discount for repeats, and it feels good just knowing, hey, we're coming back here twice.
We must be
3
doing
times,
something
4
right.
times.
Exactly.
Hey, we're
Yeah.
moving. Come bring them over here. Let's do it again.
And again, guys, shout out to Juani, who's logged in. Shout out to Maggie Martinez. Looking forward to the quinceañera at the end of the year. Shout out to Gloria. Shout out to my family, Chetos Papusas, Motito and his wife. Shout out to Larissa. Shout out to my boy Scarface. Great time this weekend. Shout out to Fam, logged into Yatu Savage Radio. Shout out to my mom, Eva, who's
Hey,
always
shout out to Mom.
supporting and logging into watching Yatu Savage Radio. And again, guys, we're talking with Cozy Installs, with Rafael, and also with Tony, and they're promoting their mounting business. Tell us a little bit about all the services that comes with Cozy Installs.
So one of the things that we do specialize in, there are a lot of TV installers out there. But what's crazy is when it comes to these difficult installs, including chimneys or surveillance, they usually come to us. And then that's something that we just...
So yeah, I think that's what differs us from
Separates y'all.
Yeah.
From because there's a lot of competition, man.
Absolutely.
Once you get in the game, it's crazy how many people,
Yeah.
not in the world or the U.S. in the States, in Dallas
Yeah.
itself,
It's
a
hot
lot of
out here,
competition,
man.
man.
Yeah, you can go to offer up, and
But
everyone
I
is.
Everybody.
connected with a good amount of people. So, you know, a little side note. I run Instagram mostly. I run Instagram. I run the content creating. He runs Facebook.
Big shout out to Tony on that, though.
But man, like, there's a lot of competition, and I guess what differs us from everybody else is that we've been doing this longer, as far as like not just TV mounting. You know, we do that, but we also offer other services like surveillance, video surveillance, and low voltage cabling. Like,
Yes, for all your gamers,
say all your
everybody in there.
gamers that want to not be on Wi-Fi and be on hard lines, so you don't get that lag time.
And there's a lot of gamers out there
A
listening.
lot of gamers, man. A lot of
Yeah.
kids that game nowadays, just like
Got
you're
their own
saying.
PCs.
Yeah, you know, all that, man. It's
Yeah.
it's a good thing. But yeah, back to the services. I mean,
touch on why it's important, because I know you guys do TVs, but I really want to focus on the security, because we
Okay.
live in a day and age where people's Amazon packages are getting stolen every
every
single day.
day.
And
Every
then
day.
I'm sure when
Every
the
day.
cops come and you report it, they're going to ask you, do you have at least the camera footage from a ring or something to be able to give them footage, so if they find it, they know who it is.
So I got a little story on that.
Please share.
My first surveillance install was at my mom's house. I come back 3 days later. 3 days later, true story. You could ask my mother on this. I come back to my mom's house. I'm looking at the screen, and I see the neighbor come out the back door. I did a full 360 camera around her whole
Okay.
house. Neighbor comes out the door, looks around. He starts looking left and right, and I'm like, what's he looking at? And I'm just looking at the screen.
True story.
He calls true story. Yeah, he calls the dog over, my mom's dog, and just sticks his penis through the fence. With, like, you put something on his penis.
Let's just say it's peanut butter.
And yeah, it calls the dog over, and then I think he starts peeing on the dog, and I'm watching this in live time.
Oh my
I'm like,
God.
Ama,
True story.
Ama, get over here. And she's like,
What the hell?
Senor. And this was within the first couple of days.
Like, who does that?
Of installing that camera.
Doing an install.
there's some crazy people.
2
in the
weeks
world.
later, Greg was living next door, they do a break-in. We catch everything on there. Guys just showed up in a construction hat, construction vest, looking at the poles, and then boom, like just run and kick his door down, you know. And surveillance is a major part of just feeling safe at your house because you don't know what your neighbor's doing. You don't know who's coming around.
And it seems that people watch you more than you actually realize because what they're looking for is patterns.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. I mean, at my house, I have a system, again, a full 8 cameras, 360, and I seen somebody egg my cars.
Wow.
Jerks.
So this is the thing. Security isn't going to stop the burglar.
But you're at least going to know who they are.
Yeah.
That's the most important part.
What's awesome about the surveillance the kind that we do, that what we provide is like, you know, there's companies out there like big name companies most of the time where they charge you monthly.
Yeah. Like ADT.
Yeah, like
Ring,
ADT.
you know.
There you go, Ring.
No, you know, like slash on them.
Yeah.
But,
but they have monthly services.
Yeah, they have
That's
monthly services for recordings. But what we do is we run hardwired cameras. We always recommend hardwired. By that I mean like cabled, actually connecting into the camera instead of Wi-Fi, because let's just say your Wi-Fi cuts out or the power cuts out.
Stormy night or windy night.
You don't have the recording.
And actually,
no
that's when the most burglaries happen.
Exactly. You don't have the recording.
You hear your alarm go off. You're thinking, no, it's the lightning.
Yeah. Oh no.
So the hardwired ones are the ones that will continue even if the
24/7 record.
Continues 24/7. One-time fee. You don't have to pay monthly. It's a one-time fee. You pay for the cameras. And what I always tell our customers when they inquire for a system is like, you know, we offer systems ourselves. We're partners with Lorex. Shout out to Lorex.
Lorex, good company, 4K
very good quality. You know,
dual recording.
You're buying something that is potentially going to protect you,
or solid investment,
or to prevent something from that may happen. You know what I'm saying? You can, you know what I'm saying, if you're not home, you can see it off your phone.
Preventive maintenance.
Yes.
Exactly. Like you want to pay for something that's high quality, or you know what I'm saying, you want to pay for something.
Yeah, we love Lorex, man. It records everything. You're talking smack on the side of the house.
Yeah.
What did Jose say?
Yeah.
You don't want to buy a system that won't work in the next couple months.
Correct.
Or gets damaged.
Because then you're wasting. You're paying more money than.
Because these cameras are in 4 seasons. They're
they're
out in the elements, from the sun to the winter. Like, I mean, you want good cameras that will last you a long time because you're paying for something, and most of the time, even the cheapest cameras aren't that cheap. You know what I'm saying? So you want to, even though you know it seems lower price, but it looks good. Sometimes you know you want to pay a little bit extra.
It ends up hurting in the end. As far as servicing or like their servers online, a lot of those companies, OC, Night Owl, even Swan, sometimes the servers will go down.
Yeah.
Like eventually. So you're gonna try to get on your phone, try to log in, and you won't be able to.
Or my biggest thing is having to call customer service and be trying to find somebody. I'm all about shopping local, so if something happens, be like, hey Tony, it did go out. Can you just come check at it sometime this week?
Yep.
It's an instant phone call.
Then you
gotta
call
come back.
Eastern time, and then you're gonna call another continent.
That's too much.
It's tough out there. As for the cameras, it's a lot harder than what people think. So what we do is we usually go to like neighborhoods and kind of just study what the builders are doing. So we gotten pretty good with like DR Horton Homes, just any kind of new builds, and we'll go and we'll study what's in that skeleton just to make it an easier and a faster time for the customer for us in and out.
That summer heat's coming.
Oh, that summer heat's
coming.
coming.
Y'all gotta book ASAP because that summer heat
June,
comes
July.
That comes with that summer price.
We stopped. What's another thing? Oh, so as far as on our security, we do hide everything. We hide the boxes, we hide the power. Somebody comes in, they're gonna have to go look for the DVR or for the hard drive. We do everything to where it's wireless. You'll just control it from your bedroom. Just turn on your TV, change that input, and you'll be able to have a live view of what's going on outside, or we could install an additional television.
Gotcha. So guys, if you're just now tuning into Ya Tu Sabes Radio, we are here with Tony and Rafael with Cozy Installs. Right. Make sure to follow them on social media, on Instagram and also on Facebook. They've been doing this now for 4 years, whether it's installations on, you know, security systems, whether it's TV mounting. We haven't even talked about the installations that you do with the floating on PS5s and any game consoles. So these guys do it all. If you can think it, they can make it put together. So definitely hit them up. Shout out to El Bionic, who's logged in. Shout out to DJ Avi, doing big things. Shout out to Cindy Gomez, Salim Baca. Who else do we have here? Ashley B with Kano Win. How are you doing, Ashley? Looking forward to seeing you this weekend. Shout out to Mr. Gabriel Gomez, always in the streets, always helping people out, doing a lot for the community. The tax guy. There you go.
Tax plug right there.
Speaking of taxes, you know, I think it's coming up in April. I want to say the 22nd is the last day. Look forward to their interview. They will be on next week, and we're going to make sure that anybody who hasn't done their taxes goes with them the last 2 weeks. We're going to make sure that we try to flood them with any type of new new customers that they be able to serve here in the DFW area. So look them up on social media. Shout out to Gladys, who's logged into Yatu Savage Radio.
Beautiful.
Make sure you share the video. Again, well, guys, it's been 3 months since I've been on Yatu Savage Radio. It's been a journey where I've been putting together this studio that we have here located at 8500 North Stemmons Freeway, next to your grandma's favorite spot, Ecstasy. Right next door, where your daughter or granddaughter is a dancer or a waitress.
It's
one
an
or the other.
entertainer.
Let's be professional, guys, please. And so on top of that, you know, we are helping people, giving them more exposure and visibility by coming on Yatu Savage Radio. But on top of it all, it's not even about me. It's about people who want to open their own podcast, who want to come on here and create their own one. So again, whether it's ministry, whether it's football talk, whether it's talking about divorces, if you're a lawyer, whatever it may be, you got a topic to talk about. So come into Yatu Savage Studio. You can DM me for more information. We'll be having those packages sent out to you. We already have a group of ladies who are going to be having their own show, which I'm really excited for them. That's coming up as well. And then from there, anybody who wants to come on the show, we're open Monday through Friday from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. to come in here and do your own show or do your own interview. I have a list of people that I want to reach out to.
We gotta get on that.
Definitely. And we just offer a lot of services. I've teamed up with Field of Flow Productions, so we're able to offer people photography. Look out for a photography class that if you're looking for a professional photo for yourself, for your business, that we will be offering that in the month of April. We'll be having 10 people every single month moving forward. So if you don't have a professional photo, headshots, thank you, professional headshots. Come up here, you'll be able to get 2 outfits, whether it's a tie, suit and tie, or if you want to dress casual as well. We're going to have it edited for you. We're going to make sure that we give you the best quality photo with his cameras as well. So follow Feel the Flow Production. That's Fernie Hernandez. Tell me. Fernando Fernie. That's not funny, Fernando Fernie. That's a tongue twister. Ooh. Try to say that 3 times. That's what she said.
I like that. Feel the flow.
Feel the flow, right?
Feel the flow.
It rolls off the tongue very easy.
Very easy.
Don't look in my eyes when you say that.
Hey, you.
What a weirdo.
Hello.
So, guys, we're going to take a quick break with Yatu Savage Radio. Shout out to Veronica for supporting Yatu Savage. She was one of the people who came to my grand opening. Shout out to Carlos Ramirez.
Carlos Ramirez, big Los right there.
There you go. Thank you, Crystal. April 18th is the tax deadline. So we definitely want to make sure that you get that done. We'll be having them on next week so we can, you know, those last minute procrastinators, make sure that they get in and they get taken care of. Shout out to Sarah Soto and everything like that. So we'll be right back with Yatu Savage Radio.
That's good.
For a job and keep hitting a dead end? Then come see Alliance Personnel Agency as they have their grand opening on October 21st from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m., where they're located at 2629 North Stemmons Freeway, Suite 102, Dallas, Texas 75207. Jobs that they're looking to fill include forklift drivers, machine operators, clamp drivers, pickers, packers, scanners, window assemblers, shipping and receiving, general labor, and much more. Again, join Alliance Personnel Agency for their grand opening on October 21st from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. located at 2629 North Stemmons Freeway, Suite 102, Dallas, Texas 75207. Call them today at 972-942-5551. We'll see you then.
It's your boy, Yatu Savas, and I'm here with
Caesar, founder of Loquito Coquito.
Are you looking to create a crazy night with family and friends? Then make sure that you pick up some Loquito Coquito made of natural fruits and other ingredients and get loco with Loquito Coquito.
Fishbowl Radio Network invites you to join us Saturday, December 11th from 9 a.m.
Hey DFW, it's Luna and Nika, owners of Real Dallas Properties and Management, here to serve all your real estate needs. Nika, tell them what we do.
So we're a Dallas-based boutique real estate brokerage, and we're full service, which means we can help with every and any type of real estate transaction.
That's right, we got your back at every stage of life.
Whether you need an apartment, a home rental, to buying your first home, selling that home, buying investments, to even property management.
And don't forget commercial, looking for a new space for your business? We got you on that too. You can reach us on Instagram at Real Dallas Properties or shop all properties on the market at RealDallasProperties.com.
Hello?
Hey, honey, are you almost home? I'm ready for date night.
Oh, that's right. That's tonight. Yeah. No, I just clocked out, and I'm getting in the car, and I'm headed home right now. Where do you want to go tonight?
Really? You probably forgot.
No way. I've been looking forward to date night all week. Where do you want to go eat?
Some place that has really good tacos.
But I was hoping we could have a drink afterward. Maybe even listen to some Tejano music.
Drinks and Tejano music sounds good, but the food better be on point. So don't it up like you did last week.
And that's why we're going to the Tejano Sports Bar y Cocina in Oak Cliff. They're now open 7 days a week from 7 a.m. to midnight. And they feature all-day happy hour from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. If you haven't been, you've got to check it out. It's the all-new Tejano Sports Bar y Cocina, located at 119 West Jefferson in Oak Cliff. And they feature great homemade Mexican and American food, from tacos y burritos to wings and burgers. Not to mention, it's a great place to watch your favorite games on the big screen, or just come kick back and have a drink. Give them a call at 214-352-3333. It's by Tejanos for Tejanos. Tejano Sports Bar y Cocina.
That's what I'm talking about.
Hello, everyone. This is
Eddie
and Maria, owners of the Pinche Smokers Tex-Mex Barbecue.
If you're looking for some good finger-licking barbecue, come check us out.
We are located in the Oak Cliff area. We also offer catering for weddings, quinces, and any other type of occasions. You can contact us at 214-579-0570.
You can find us on social media at Pinche Smokers Tex-Mex Barbecue LLC on Instagram, Facebook, and Snapchat.
Come check us out, the best barbecue in the DFW.
It's the one, it's the only, Ya Tu Sabes. Bring 'em out, hey. Bring 'em out, Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
It's not on yet. Oh, there we go. We are live with Yatu Savas Radio. We're here with Cozy Installs with Mr. Tony and Raphael.
Yes,
Raphael is had to use the restroom, and I think he's coming in right on cue. Come on in, Raphael. Nice of you to join us. Good evening.
Hey, you know, I see it on podcasts all the time that they got to use the restroom. They got to pee.
He's like, can I use the restroom?
Yeah, like 3 times already.
You know what I always wondered? How come the football players never have to use the restroom during a game?
That is very true.
Have you noticed that? No one ever runs off.
There was one game, basketball game, not football, but I seen a player go to the locker room for not a known reason at the time,
right.
But after the fact, you know, they had to use the restroom.
Imagine eating Taco Bell before a football game.
Dang. Pray for them.
They're going to have a lot of yards to run this to the restroom. Yep. Sheesh. Shout out to Vanessa Marquez. Shout out to Alyssa Perez. Shout out to Delilah, who's in the house. Shout out to Miss Crystal, who logged into Yatu Savas Radio. Again, guys, we are back live with Yatu Savas Radio. This is my 4th year getting into podcasting, and December 19th of last year, I decided to pull the plug with an amazing network of Fishbowl Radio Network. I want to give a quick shout out to Miss Sammy G with Fishbowl Radio Network. We will still be working together. There's so many things outside of the podcast that I'm working on, and one of those things I do want to share is that we are working with local schools to be able to give high school seniors the opportunity to get certified in broadcasting and be able to know all about communications and broadcasting through podcasts. And so she will be able to do those actual classes, and then from there they'll be able to come in here and actually do their own podcast as well. So if you have a child who's a senior and they're interested in doing podcasting, we want to make it where it's totally free. through donations and through budgets of the Dallas ISD. So definitely reach out to me so we can make that happen as well. So we got a lot of good things happening. I will be reaching out to a lot of the people who I've worked with in the past who have did sponsorships and memberships, because I want to be able to get your commercials done so we can make sure that those are ran every single month. Again, if you're looking into running your own podcast, give me a call at 214-562-7755. If you want to do an interview and you want to give your show more advertising, give me a call or DM me as well. And another thing, if you just simply want to be a co-host with me and you want to come hang out with me here at the studio, if you've thought about even just doing it, a radio, and you didn't know how or what it looks like and everything like that, guys, this is a fully podcast that's available. We have multiple cameras. We got everything that's going to set up to make you and give you good quality for your show and everything like that. So again, thank God for the opportunity. We were just talking in the break how me and Tony have just seen each other kind of grow into where we're at today. And you know, nothing good ever comes easy. You got to work at it. You got to be consistent. You got to be patient. But you got to be a believer in yourself. Right. You got to believe in yourself that it's possible.
Self-doubt is very real.
That'll kill your dream immediately. Man, for real, saying things like I can't and I don't know if it'll happen or what if it don't work out. Those things just kill your vibe right off the bat. And I always say that's the devil. It's the enemy. That's like they want you not to succeed. They don't want you to get up and not have that motivation to do it. But you guys have been being entrepreneurship. Do you guys see yourself pulling out of your regular job one day and either having your own business somewhere and just going full time with this?
Well, that's the goal right now.
That is the goal.
Yeah, that is the main goal. I mean, I love working for the companies, you know, that give us a job.
Yeah,
you know, but in the end, we want to do our own. I mean, they did it. Why not us?
Absolutely.
And then surrounding ourselves with nothing but people with that same mindset can only make us a little bit stronger or a little bit smarter. We knew nothing about the. This is our first year
how to run a business.
Filing. Yeah, you know, we're like, what's crazy. A K1? What the hell is a 1065? I don't know, dude.
A K what?
Texas. Yeah, that's right. K1,
not KY. I thought you said okay.
I
get confused all the time.
It's easy to slip in and out of your mind.
Hello, that's the old thing slipping in and out. Shout out to Destiny again, Davila with Pickle Remix. Shout out to Zedric Freeman who's logged in. Shout out to Carlos.
Freeman. What's up?
Shout out to Dallas Boss Babe. Again, she was the one who we did a recent installs.
Yes, sir. Shout out to you.
And like he said, if you are a returning client, they do give you a discount if you end up buying another TV or needed to be moved to another room, whatever it may be. I've had these guys personally do the TVs here in the studio, do them at my home, and I trust them. They're very trustworthy. If they want to get a hold of you guys, what's a good phone number for them to reach you at in order to put an order in with you guys?
I think the best thing for everyone to do would be getting on Instagram or on Facebook and just Tony's number is right on the screen at
682-554-3699.
And I am 214-412-6168. So I'm the one that speaks Spanish también para toda la gente que anda allá afuera.
Okay.
Tony, Vietnamese, and English.
Imagine that. That's right. Trilingual.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I'm trisexual.
Hey,
you know what that means?
I don't know.
Willing to try anything, you know. Hey, I started to get a lot of hearts all of a sudden on here.
I am a little disappointed, man.
Why is that?
I do not see Coquito Loquito right here, man.
Where is Caesar?
The woman pleaser, right?
Exactly. I call him Caesar the pleaser.
Caesar the pleaser,
But
man.
you know what? He may be doing a job right now. That guy is all over worldwide.
In Germany or Dubai.
Yeah, Dubai.
Peru. Yeah.
I
think he said he was like half German, half something.
You give a guy a passport and he doesn't know how to use it. He starts acting up with it. You know what I'm saying? Call him Mr. Worldwide. Shout out to Alejandro who's logged in. Shout out to Miss Nubia Torres. If you guys are in the Pleasant Grove area, make sure to stop at her shop. She's got some amazing food. She does a lot of events in her back area. So if you're an artist and you want to do an event there, please reach out to her. She'll be able to cater to you. If you want to have a private event or a private party, she has the back patio. She has a stage. She has all kinds of things for you to use. So make sure to reach out to Nubia. Follow her on social media and be able to do that as well. Shout out to Roman Rodriguez. Hope you're doing good. Shout out to Clarissa. Hope you're doing well as well. But guys, again, if you're just now tuning in, Ya Tu Sabes Radio is live at the new studios here at 8500 North Stemmons Freeway next to Ecstasy.
Yeah.
And you will not catch me there, I will say that, because I mean,
but you will catch someone else.
Catch me outside, how about that?
They still got $10 $10 Tuesdays.
I don't want to talk about the $5 steaks. You know, she talking about she wants some steak. Who do you steak I am?
Hey, yo.
We ain't doing that. So
we
guys,
got the meats though. You know what I'm
hello.
saying?
Don't look at my eyes when you say that, Arby's. Are you the one guy keeping Arby's open?
Oh,
man,
he definitely is.
Thick and hearty
he-
right
you
here,
like
bro. They call me the
He
Waterbird.
took me to Arby's,
Dude.
twice. I'm like,
Everybody loves the roast beef.
No.
Everybody loves it.
No, they speak for yourself.
Hey.
Hello. I'm definitely not a roast beef fan. You know what I'm saying?
PG-13.
Woo. Not at
I had a
all.
question for you, Jose.
Please ask. Those are free.
So he kind of got me on podcast, listening to podcasts maybe like 2 years ago, because you know, you go in a car, you kind of listen to music most of the time.
Yeah.
Well, I did, you know what I'm saying? And one time I got in his truck and he's listening to a podcast. I'm like, damn, how you do that? You know, like just listen to somebody talk. But like in the past year and a half, 2 years, I've been listening to a lot of podcasts actually. And like, I guess that's because I was nervous for this.
Of
and I'm
course
sure
you
you
were.
were too. This is your we're talking on break.
Yeah.
This is your first one after for so long, and you're kind of nervous too. You know,
Shake
couldn't
that
sleep.
rust off.
Yeah,
Yeah,
couldn't
it's
sleep
like
and all
riding a
that.
bike though. You
yeah.
just get back on it. That's what
But
she said.
I was, you know, like we were talking about, like I feel like I just knew the feel of being on or watching podcasts and listening to it. That we're just talking shop. We're just
like
just
boys,
talking to
boys
the
in the
boys,
living room.
Shooting
just
the
with
shit, man.
Just with the camera in front of our face. But like, I guess I wanted to ask you, like, what got you into podcasting, or like what got you, you know, admiring or wanting to do this?
So I'll take it back, and that's a great question. When I graduated high school, there was a broadcasting school that was located in Arlington, Route 316 Division, right where the exit is, where Six Flags Drive is.
Yeah.
So I graduated high school, and my mom's like, "What are you gonna do after high school?" I'm like, "Well, I'm gonna go sign up at that broadcasting school. I want to be in radio."
Yeah.
I always had a thing for listening to back in the day with Nanette Lee and all them on K104 and Kid Craddock and you know, the street team that was always out there, and I just thought that was the funnest thing somebody could do.
89.3 KNON.
Everything, you know, it was on and on, all the stations out there. So they all did their thing, and I was like, you know, I want to do that. So I said, Mom, I want to go do that. And she's like, Mijo, you're not gonna find any job in radio, and no one's gonna hire you. And I'm like, well, I guess you're right. So there went that dream, and so I went into college and went from there. And then 10 years later, I don't want to get too much into it, but because she's going to be a guest later on my show, but I got invited to be on a podcast to talk about marketing. And that's when I was introduced to Fishbowl Radio Network. And it was my first time in a radio setting studio. And when I went in there, I fell in love with it. I did my interview with the lady, and got out of it. I got a call by the owner a few days later, and she was like, how would you like to have your own podcast? And I said, I would love to, except I don't even know anything about it. So that's what's great about Miss Sammy G, is that she offers the opportunity to get certified. She allows you to learn how to monetize from it, how to structure it, and how to have everything, absolutely all about it. And then, you know, it's weird. One of my podcast that I didn't even know was a podcast growing up that I watched a lot, which was very interesting, was by a guy, you may have known his name. His name is Howard Stern.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Yeah, he did.
Howard
He did have, like, a little
does
talk
New
He
York.
was one of the very first ones who had,
Beautiful.
it was him, I forgot what the lady was, a black lady who was with him. And then he always had interesting guests.
Yes.
Yep.
It's just wild.
We got
Or
Beetlejuice.
just- yeah, there you go.
Beetlejuice
Yeah,
is
Beetlejuice on there, but he would have like Pamela Anderson on there.
Steve the Sutter.
You name it.
Yeah.
And it was just so intriguing watching this show. And what's weird was I was probably like 15
Robin.
or 16. Robin, there you go.
There you go.
And so Howard and Robin. So I was like, they would say shit that was like off the wall.
Yeah.
And for me, I always got the humor, the dark humor in it. And so, you know, I would watch it, and I would watch him, and that was a great show. And then when I got older, I really started watching the Breakfast Club a lot with Charlemagne,
Charlemagne.
DJ Envy, and Angela
Drake?
Yee. Right,
Drake.
Aubrey Graham.
Yeah, it went off. So I was really big into hip hop. I was really big into music, and I always followed the interviews. You know, there was people here locally, like Mean Mowdy had a show that he did a lot. And I'm trying to think of somebody else who Skip Cheatham. I think also did it as well. Skip. So. He did, I believe, Flavor TV, which I used to love watching.
Oh,
like
dude.
on
Sunday nights.
Yeah, it was like Flavor TV, Cheaters, and some
DMX
other
TV.
shows.
DMX
And
TV was.
TV.
I was like, man,
Channel 33.
That was a hot spot.
I couldn't. I stayed up all night for that. And so those are people that were influencers in my life who I wanted to be like them, and you know, I'm living my life through what I saw.
Yeah.
And I'm a big person who I learn from other people's way of doing things, but then I tweak them and I make them better.
Make
and make it my own.
To stay authentic.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure, yeah.
Because I want to consider myself as a trendsetter. I want to be able to say I did a lot of things differently, and that it made it possible for other people behind me to come and say, man, if this guy can do it. And it's crazy. My family or friends who truly know me, I mean, they've seen the journey of me just working regular jobs, or I was in the industry working, you know, 6 days a week, 12 hours a day, but not, you know, making good money, but not living. I wasn't happy.
That's right.
And I had no fulfillment in doing it. And when I do this, there's a purpose for it, and my purpose is to serve others.
Yes.
And I believe that's my God's will of me coming on here, to be able to help other people. And the great thing about now offering the podcast and having this studio and having this business is that I have an 11-year-old son. I also have a daughter, but I want to be able to, if God forbid something happens to me, for me to leave this to him, and have everybody still doing their show. Because if you notice, when Kid Craddock passed away, it's still the what?
The Kid Craddock Morning Show.
Kid Craddock Morning Show.
And they know what's going on,
it
too.
still went on, so his name remains. So, you know, I always want people to think of Yatu Savas and think of, you know, someone who helped the community, who was involved in the community. I'm one of those people that I don't talk the talk, I walk the walk.
That's right.
If you need me to go somewhere, I'm going to be there. I'm one of those people that I was raised by an amazing mother who just taught me values and morals. I'm far from perfect. I know I'm a sinner. I know I make mistakes. But, you know, I learn from everything. I don't take losses. Instead, I learn from lessons that happened to me in my life.
That's
so
right.
as long as you look at your life as not having losses, but lessons, you grow from them, you know, and we all grow at different ages. You know, people always say, you ain't grown up yet and you're this and that. And I'm like, no, because guess what? I'm living my best life.
Exactly.
You know, because I'm doing me. You know, and that's one thing I think people should learn about themselves, is to don't be afraid to be selfish. Don't be afraid to do things that you want to do for yourself, because if you're not fueling yourself and you're not happy, there's no way you're gonna be able to help and help other people along the way.
That's one of those things, bringing it back to what's the toughest thing, you know, within the business. It's sometimes I really don't have time to hang out with the friends, you know. Apologies to everyone out there, you know, but sometimes I can't go out, dude. You know, the limited time that we do have, we'd rather spend it with our wives, with our family, with our kids.
I will say this real quick. You guys have amazing friends, and I say that because I'm going to share something with you. When I did the expo, one thing that I had people reach out to me, they were friends of yours. They were like, I haven't seen my friends in a while. I want to do the expo, and regardless of what happens with the expo, I want to be able to be with my family and my friends next to me.
That's right.
So I want to share that with you guys, because that's the feedback that I got from your other friends. So whoever you saw out there, those are really good people of just not wanting to support their own business, but wanting to support you and wanting to be a part of being next to you. And those who,
love it.
It's crazy because my entrepreneur family is more close. I'm more close to them than sometimes my real family.
Yeah, man.
I see maybe
Same
you guys more
mindset.
often than
Same
I would see
mindset.
anybody else, you
Yeah,
know?
man.
And if you need something, it's crazy. Like, I call my entrepreneur friends like, man, pray for me, or I need help, or, you know, don't be afraid to ask for help, you know, and just be authentic.
Advice,
Anything, you know, just talk, you know, and be like, because this is the thing. You're not alone in how you feel and the struggles that you're going through. You're not alone in how you feel.
Yeah.
We all go through them.
Yep.
We all go through the ups and downs.
In our own ways.
In our own ways.
Yeah.
And, you know, we just got to stick together as a family. I'm all about unity, helping each other out, asking if you need help, and finding solutions for whatever may be, and helping each other along the way as well. So let's see.
Shout out to Nick.
Ashley from Canowin, she said, want me to tell you hi and thank you for the love. Also, Robert Garfia says, my guy Tony.
Yes, sir.
Let's see. Shout out to Ledbetter Eagle Ford, who's logged in as well right now. Shout out to BB Perez. Shout out to Diana Torres, Joel Hernandez. We got a lot of people logged into Yatu Savage Radio, guys. If you're just now logged in, we're talking to Tony and Rafael with Cozy Installs, located here in the Grand Prairie area. Do you guys, what all areas do you serve? And what hours do you work? Because I see you guys working late nights doing installs, and let people know. You know, I've seen your backpacks and your back seat. So tell them what hours you work at.
As far the hours, it ranges. Sometimes we have those customers that want it now. You know, hey, we'll give you double. Come now. all right, drop everything we're doing. Let's go over there. You know, and we could finish that night at 3, 4 in the morning, which we recently
Special
did
clients.
recently.
Wow.
Yeah, just special
Yeah.
clients. Like, hey, we just want it now.
Yeah.
Other clients, we are flexible with our schedules. We will
But
go
should
do the
if
install.
they know they want something, should they book it in a week or 2 weeks in
Oh
advance?
yes, yeah. We always ask for our recommendations.
We'll try to do a week or
advance.
two.
There you go.
Just and we will do it to where you're comfortable. We know everybody has a 9-to-5 job, so and it's crazy. We have a 9-to-5 job, you know.
So it works out, yeah, it works
so
out.
we could make our.
Do you work
we'll leave
weekends?
early every weekend, any weekend, every weekend.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, not just every weekend. We do it every day. Most
Yeah,
of the
every
time.
day.
I mean, just for customers, like, even though we work on 9-to-5s, most of the time they do too. Majority of the time, it works out for us. It benefits us because, I mean, everybody.
I'll be in Plano. He'll be in Fort
need
Worth.
to do it
Yeah.
after work too, you know.
Yeah.
And shout out to our helpers. I mean, we just hired a new guy, Miguel. Shout out to him. This is the guy that I wanted. This is like our next step into what we're trying to accomplish. Besides trying to get into a bigger commercial jobs, but like making passive income.
Yeah.
Hiring somebody that knows what they're doing and doing it for us when we
And
can't.
they're getting
do
a
it.
large portion of.
Yeah, I mean,
profits.
and this is just
A fair
another
trade.
another person that can help us grow too. You can.
So whether
pass the word
whether you're
out.
hiring or not, if somebody has experience in this field, would you recommend that they at least send you the resumes?
Yes,
So
yes.
you
Yeah,
have-
so
So
yeah,
we
this
would
is-
look at their work. If
Yeah.
anything, they would assist on any of our installs, or we would help them with any of the installs, just so they can get an insight of what we need or what we are looking for. One of the things here in the future, we are trying to expand at least into the northern Houston area. We have some contacts out there that could do that work. If this expansion does work, we will be moving to South Chicago. And
Chicago, Windy City.
franchising,
Chi-town. I love
hey,
it.
Chi-town, Windy City,
Potent-
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So
Have
again,
you been to Chicago?
I'm actually going in
haven't,
May.
but
It's nice. Make sure you stop by the pier.
my
For
family,
sure.
they're out there,
They
South
are.
Side.
Yeah.
Let's go,
Yeah.
Yeezy.
Yeah, for schedule wise, I mean, like I said, I mean, week advance most of the time. So I mean, we offer the same day service too. That's very rare, and it's only on. It just depends on
where we
occasion,
are,
where we are,
location.
what we have going on, because you know we have lives too. We're just like how athletes are like crazy, but they still want their normal
Yeah.
lives. We have our normal lives with kids too. We can't just drop everything for you
Absolutely.
just because you want your.
So we'll
your
be
stuff
like
done right
in
now.
in Weatherford, and somebody will be like, "We need you to come to Roy City,"
Yeah,
or
like,
something.
can't happen.
Hey
Yeah.
man, it's 2-3.
Yeah.
I can't with
Yeah.
Can't
with
create
traffic.
miracles.
That's
But yeah,
right.
I mean, serve DFW Metroplex and the surrounding areas.
Good.
I mean, we've gone out to maybe 2-hour drives before. Obviously, travel fee.
We
comes
do
with
do a
that.
small travel fee, and that is
Yeah.
just for the fuel and a
That's
little bit of
normal.
the time,
Yeah.
which is it rounds about. I'm like, what we value ourselves a minimum of at
Of
least
course,
15 to
yeah.
20 an hour
Again,
for the
yeah.
drive. So, guys, if we do hit you with a little travel fee, just
Yeah.
it's part of the.
Gotta understand.
It's part of yeah.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
it's normal.
Yeah.
You gotta pay for everything. So, guys, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up for tonight. Any last minute shout outs
I-
to family members or friends or anything that you want to say?
I would like to give a shout out to all our friends and family. A big shout out to you, man.
Thank you.
Just
For real,
making
shout out
this
to you, bro.
possible. Even inviting us to that expo just really broadened our view of what to expect. I'm like, once we did that expo, we were like, dude, we could set up at Trader's Village. We could set up at the Bazaar. We could set up just booking. So a big thank you to you.
Oh, for real.
Big thank you to my Uncle Greg, just for keeping us in the loop. Big shout out to Tony right here. Without
Yeah.
this man, none of these logos,
Yeah.
none of this content would be possible. He's out there making the moves. A lot of my stake in this company, I owe a big thanks to Tony.
Yeah.
Making the moves.
Hey, that's love.
Yeah.
But nah, yeah. Shout out to our family for sure. Shout out to my friends. Shout out to the people that inspired me. Shout out to you for real. Like, dude, we came
proud
up
of y'all
together.
too. Yes,
Nah,
sir.
for real. But yeah, man. Like, thank you for all the support for the past 4 years. Shout out to Eric for the business. I mean, we're just gonna keep growing. I hope you keep growing.
Thank you.
That's right.
Man, I'm proud of you, bro. Like,
Yeah.
this is awesome.
We've
Love
seen
it.
you
Love
from
it.
just from going on the fishbowl, like, hey, we're gonna be on the fishbowl,
Great
and then we
experience,
started
bro.
watching you on
Great
there,
experience.
and now you're on.
Well, we're not really, you know, like on camera talkers. We're you know what I'm saying.
You're
we're
behind the
nervous.
scenes
Yeah,
guys.
we're nervous.
Yeah.
We're behind the scenes, but you know,
You guys did
it's always good to try something new for sure.
Absolutely.
And if
And
anybody
Outbox.
follows, our
Anything-
pages,
anything
y'all
to-
know, y'all see
yeah.
Tony For the most part, I like to be behind the scenes, more of the hands-on.
I mean, dude, it's a
necessity. You need to do it.
Yeah, man, for sure.
And the exposure.
Yeah, but yeah, if y'all want to follow us, it's at Cozy Installs on IG and Facebook. We have TikTok as well, Snapchat. My number is 682-554-3699. This is Raphael.
And this is Tony right here. Yeah. So,
absolutely, guys. And once again, Cozy Installs. Y'all give it up for Cozy Installs.
Thank you, guys.
Much love to everybody. Again, man, it's been a blessing. Thank you, Jesus, for allowing me to be on here and to do what I love to do for other people. It's been an amazing show. I'm glad to be able to start this. If you're looking to start your own podcast, you can call me at 214-562-7755. You can DM me and get more information. If anything, guys, I always encourage you, come take a tour of the studio. Come see that it is legit. It's not your garage where you have a couple of microphones.
Bring some ones. Bring some ones.
Bring some ones, and everything like that. But
Big
again, guys, thank you for all the love. Thank you for all the support. Thank you for allowing me to use this platform to help other people. And if there's anybody I can ever do, please give me a call or DM me or email me as well. And again, I always end my shows by saying God is good all the time and lead with love with all that you do. We'll see you guys later on this week.
Stay cozy.
Ya tú sabes. Thank you, guys.
All right, guys. Peace out.